Good morning, Jessica. My name is George. I'm the salesman at Pacific Toyota Pre-Owned Vehicles. I received your inquiry on the Prado, the Glacier White GXL 7-seater. So I'm just going to do a bit of a virtual tour for you. I know you want to come in on Saturday, so I thought I'd get ahead of the game and give you a look at what the car is. Before we get into the car, I'll just give you a quick look at what we are. Pacific Toyota Pre-Owned Vehicles. We have two sites in Cairns. This site being the largest. We carry around 140 vehicles in stock. This is our site here. Across the road here we have our new vehicles, Toyota and also Lexus. That's our showrooms up on the hill there. And down here we have our parts department and our service department. But enough about us, you want to know about the car. Let's have a look. So what I'll do, I'll take you around the outside of the vehicle. I'll give you full transparency. I'll show you all the good bits, but also all the bits that are not so good, and I'll give you a bit of a close-up of it so you get a clear view of what you are getting into. Let me start on this corner here. I'll work my way around the car. So get a close-up of the paint for you. If I see any blemishes or chips, I will point them out for you so you're aware of everything that this vehicle is, because when you come to view it you will see it yourself. So looking here, I can see a couple of chips just next to the little washer jet for the headlights here. The front of the car does tend to get a lot of stone chips. That's where most of the chipping is. A couple of really minor ones here, a little bit sporadic, but a couple of really tiny ones. Moving on, you've got the chrome grille, and this Toyota badge is actually a radar sensor in behind that. As you can see, it's like a glass surface. What that does, it follows the car in front and will give you autonomous braking when you're in cruise control. I'll tell you a bit more about that when we get inside the car. I'll show you how it works. Basically stops you hitting the car in front. So coming around here, so you've got your fog lights, chrome trimming all around the front, washer jets for your headlight. You have a button inside you can push, it will clear your headlights to give you optimum vision. Again, I'll just give you a bit of a close-up on the front here. Again, there's a little bit of dust. This car has been sitting on the front line. It's the prime stock, so we put it straight at the front so it gathers the most dust, as you can see. There's a little chip just here as well. You'll be able to view that when you come in. I'll give you a bit of a look at the bonnet as well. They changed the shape of this to give it a nice curve on the front of the bonnet there, which allows for better vision from the driver's position. I don't know if you can see up here, also there is a, it's like a camera, I suppose is the best way to describe it. And it has the lane departure alert. It picks up the white lines on the roads, and again I'll tell you more about that once I get inside the vehicle, show you how that works. Keeps you in between the white lines. So have a look at the tyres here. They're almost brand new. Looking at that, there's plenty of tread on them. A little look around the rims. The front ones tend to get the scrapes and gutter rash on it. I'm not seeing anything on them whatsoever. Maybe a little bit just here. Beautiful condition. Colour coded mirrors, indicators are in the mirror as well, so everyone can see them from the front and the back. There's a little mark on the side there. Now on your door handle here, you see these two little lines. They're at the top and they're at the bottom as well. When you come to the vehicle, the key can be in your pocket. You touch this button here, it's not a button, it's like a heat sensor. The vehicle locks. If you want to open it, you simply put your hand inside, it unlocks. On both sides, you can do that. Key can be in your pocket the entire time, you don't need to take it out of your bag or out of your pocket. Side steps. I'll give you a bit of a look down the car here for the panel. You can always see if there's any dents or anything on the vehicle by, you can see, tend to see the blemish. I can't say that I'm seeing any here. You've got roof bars up top. You can put your roof racks on top of that. You can carry more weight on these ones than the vehicles without the bars running front to back. Definitely an asset. Underneath the vehicle you can see is sparkling clean. This vehicle has not been used off-road. I believe it was an ex-rental, so it's only used on the highway. I'll just zoom out a little bit here, give you a bit of a view from behind. So a spare wheel is on the back of this vehicle. Reversing camera. It sits just in here. Again, I'll show you that from the inside what it looks like. It's a fisheye lens camera, so it gives you a very wide angle, so you see what's not just behind you but to the left and to the right of you. On the tailgate here you can access the lock and unlock. Again, the key can be in your pocket. You can unlock just this door itself if you want to jump in the back after you've walked away. You can come back and open just the back door. We'll just have a look in the back here. Now when you open the door, it is quite a heavy door because it's got the spare wheel on the back. You have a safety bar here, so just in case the wind catches the door and blows it against, you can twist that to lock. I don't know if you can see that very clearly there, but unlock, lock. The door will no longer shut when you're inside here. You'd have reversing sensors as well as the camera on the back bumper here. And worth noting, this is the spot again that gets a lot of scratches with people putting luggage in and out of the vehicle. Again, a couple of little ones. Has a black plastic here, which is probably better than a painted surface, so it's more of a gouge than an actual scratch on the paint or anything. And it is a 7-seater. So this is how the seats look. It's a 50-50 split. These two seats in the back are identical. I've put this one up for you so you can see how it looks when it's up. But you can have one up, one down. You can have both up. If you want to lower it down, headrest goes down. Pull the lever here, and off she goes. Seat belts in the back, cup holders in the back for the people who sit in the third row. You can have 3 child anchor points for the second row there, so you can have 3 car seats in there, and also they'll fold down as well from there. You can also, which is quite cool, you can also fold down just the centre section here. Try and do this while holding a camera. Gives you a bit more interaction if you have 2 in the back and 2 in the front. A bit more interaction between them. Plenty of space in the back of this, which is also a big thing with these vehicles. Usually if you fill the car, you fill the back. Plenty of room in here. Aircon throughout all rows. You get aircon in the dash, aircon for the second row, aircon for the third row on both sides. You do have a 220 volt socket in the back here also. Is there anything you might want to plug in? I'll just unlock this so I can close the door. You don't have to use that lock every time, but certainly if you're parked on a hill or if you're maybe in a windy day, that'd be a good idea. Again, let's have a quick look at the paintwork on the back here, see if I can see anything that's worth noting for you. And there's a little blemish just here. It's minimal, absolutely minimal. Let's give you a bit of a wide view from this side as well. A quick look in the back. So something I noticed in the back when I gave the vehicle a bit of a once over before he came, it does have a little kind of almost like scratch marks on certain parts of it here. You can see that. And also just on the, well, you can see with my shadow there, sorry, but on the base here and up on the side here, it looks like someone's had maybe some sort of box sat on the seats and it's been rubbing as the vehicle's been moving. Plenty of room in the floor space here for the guests. They do have air conditioning in the back. They can control that from the back themselves, which is different to the aircon in the front. You'll get to choose your own temperature, your own fan speed. Electric windows in the back. Some nice silver trimming goes well against the black also. Open up the driver's door. Full electric, full master. You can control all the windows. You can lock the door. You can lock the vehicles. You can lock the door, sorry, you can lock the windows, not vehicles. Driver's seat, you do have a electronic lumbar support. I don't know if you can see that movement in the back seat there. You can adjust the vehicle's height, the seat's height as well. I'll just jump in the vehicle here and show you a little bit of what's inside. Now the key's in my pocket the entire time. You do have a push button start here, which I'm going to engage, so foot on the brake, push button start. The key never needs to leave your pocket or your bag, and there's a little bit involved in this vehicle's technology. It does have a fair bit. I'll just turn the radio down here, so I'll talk you through it quickly. So you've got on this side electric mirrors. You can also fold the mirrors in with the push of a button anytime. You have your washer jets for your headlamps. You have automatic high beam down here as well. What that means is, you put your high beams on. If a vehicle comes towards you and it picks up the light from the sensor we spoke about on the front, it can sense that light coming towards you. It will dip the headlights for you. When the vehicle passes and it goes dark again, it will bring the headlights back up again, the full beam. Really good tool. On the dash here, you can see it's done 46,174 kilometers, and from the section of your steering wheel here, you can control your multi-information display. So you can change a lot of things here. You can see where your wheels are going. If I turn the steering wheel, you can see the steering angle changes. That's quite good if you're in a four-wheel drive situation. You want to know exactly what you're doing, where your wheels are facing at all times, where you're heading, what you're listening to. There's a lot of information here. Now this is the one I was telling you about with the cruise control, where you can follow the car in front. You can set the distance as to how close you want to follow that car. You set the speed at 80. If the car's doing 70 in front of you, he's slowing down, you're speeding up, you're going to come to a collision. This will prevent that. It automatically brakes for you to maintain a distance that you set from the vehicle in front. That'll do that all the way down to 40 k's. Once it hits 40 k's, you've got to take over. It doesn't do it at slow speeds, only above 40 k's. Cruise control is operated from the stick in the back of the steering wheel here. All you do is push it on, pull down to set. If you want to cancel it, pull it towards you. On the other side of the steering wheel is all your audio and telephone controls. You can change the stations, you can adjust the sound, you can change from CD to telephone to CD player, whatever it is, radio, anything you want. Voice activation, so you can push the button and say call John Smith, it will make the phone call. John Smith is in your phone book, and obviously you can answer and hang up from here. Leather wrapped steering wheel also. Moving over to the actual head unit. Now the head unit is touchscreen, but also has buttons for your convenience as well. And if I go to the home screen, which is just here, this was a three-way split. So you've got your sat nav on one side, what you're listening to this side, and when your telephone's connected, you can have your favourites in here. If you constantly calling the one number, you can save the numbers here for you for ease of use. If you want to jump into your sat nav, for instance, you just push it and it fills it over for you, and vice versa. You've also have some handy apps in here for you to use. I'll show you more about this when you actually come in. Like Eco shows you how well the vehicle's travelling, how much fuel it's using. There's a lot of information on this vehicle, but again I'll show you more when you actually sit in the car. All your aircon controls. It looks quite a lot of stuff here, but it's very user friendly. You can control the front, you can control the back, you can control the passengers, you can control the drivers. It's all controlled from this one panel. You can do it from the rear as well, but you have the master control from the front. You can override. Pocket in the front here, really large pocket actually. Cup holders here, and it is an automatic. When you go into reverse, over and down, you'll see your reverse camera comes up automatically, and like I said, it is a wide view. You do have your guidelines there to show you where to go. Red is where we suggest you stop. There will be a bit more room in there, but red is what we suggest you use. You have your charging point, USB point, AUX point, and four-wheel drive side of the car. This is what they call a constant four-wheel drive, which means you're always in high 4. You can go low 4 if you're in some rough terrain, but you're always in high 4. All four wheels are always pushing the vehicle. You have second start, which allows you to basically start off in second gear. If you don't want the full torque, you can lower it by going to second gear. Traction control will always be on. You can turn it off if you want, which is this one here. You have a transfer lock for four-wheel drive mode. You have a rear diff lock for four-wheel drive mode. You also have downhill assist, and that will assist you when you're driving down a hill. If you are maybe not very confident in what you're doing, if you're going in a four-wheel drive mode and it's a bit slippery or a bit gravelly and you feel like you're going to slide, put it into the downhill assist mode and it will slowly take you down the hill by itself. You take your feet off the pedals, all you got to do is steer. It will control the revs, it will control the brakes, and it will take you down the hill nice and safely. Again, on the centre console you have a really large pocket, so you get two buttons here, you can see that. First one is the top tray, second one is the large centre console pocket, and you also have a vent in here which blows the aircon through it. You can close it or open it. If you open it, all this becomes a little cooler box. Anything you have, sandwiches, juice boxes, anything like that, can stay nice and cool in there. Glove box over here, passenger side, again the silver accented against the black, looks really nice. And up here you have your, so that's your sunglasses holder, but it also has a mirror, and you can see the melon of your salesman there. You can pull it down further to put your sunnies in there, but it gives you a full view of the back seats if you've got the kids in the back. You can see what they're up to. You do have mirrors with lights up here. You also have a little extension on these, on both. Again, works on both of these. You have your lights, very standard stuff from here on in. And like I say, aircon throughout the car, everyone gets to control their own aircon. But I just wanted to give you that virtual tour so you can see exactly what it is you're coming to view. I'll just jump out the car, I'll give you one more look at the car. I hope you've enjoyed your virtual tour. If you have any more questions, I'll give you my number, you can ask away. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you down here and getting to drive the car, make sure it's for you. Thank you.